and then we'll jump into it. So, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 5 o'clock keynote, kindly provided by Broadcom and Greg Lotko. It's actually a video playback. We're going to play the video back. Greg's actually joined the call and is happy to take questions in the chat window. And if we've got time at the end, then we can open it up for some questions. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to jump straight into this and enjoy the session, folks.
How do we use the present to unlock the future?
Hey, Greg.
To link the known,
Mark,
to the new.
Hey, Mark, I think we're seeing your
And build upon
screensaver
today's
with Iron Maiden
investments so
instead
we
of
can
the
create
video.
more value tomorrow. It's thinking bigger.
Hey, Mark, we now know you're, for those who didn't, that you're an Iron Maiden fan.
Yeah, I'm on it. Just give me 1 second. I'll just re-cue that from the start.
No problem.
Oh,
I was entertained.
How do we use the
Is
present
that better?
to unlock the future?
Good. Thank you.
To link the known to the new. And build upon today's investments so we can create more value tomorrow. It's thinking bigger, and it starts with you, with us, with the mainframe. We're bigger together.
Hey, folks, it's a privilege to be here, even virtually, to speak with you. It was great to see many of you in Whittleberry Hall in November, and I look forward to many other opportunities to connect throughout the year. Let's kick off this new year together. So yet again, it's another crucial year for digital transformation for business, for governments, and the global economy. So what comes to mind when I say mainframe and digital transformation? The first thing that pops into most people's head is the box, the hardware. You might think of the Telum processor, on-chip AI acceleration, and all the attributes of the new Z16. Or maybe you think of the software, the mainframe's massive transaction throughput and compute power, both essential to cloud environments today. I'm here today to talk about creating new value in today's digital world with the mainframe, and about investing in your existing apps and data and connecting with the new to invent and reinvent. About a philosophy that connects everything that is done in the world of fast-paced digital transformation and the mainframe ecosystem, and about how achieving these amazing innovations that are the fabric of today's society are accomplished, and how making digital life a reality is an extension of you, me, all of us in the mainframe community. It's bigger than the hardware, bigger than the software. The impact and value of the mainframe is bigger on the outside. Today, companies are challenged more than ever to deliver new value. Government mandates, geopolitical concerns, not to mention the consumer, there's no satisfying the increasing demands of today's consumers. The pressure is mounting, and competitive forces are fiercer than ever. There will be approximately 31 billion IoT devices worldwide by 2025, up from 20 billion today, and the number of companies that are investing to leverage that to disrupt your industry, all industries, are growing faster than ever. The first half of 21 produced almost 300 new unicorns, more than 2011 to 2015 combined. They're rolling out innovations and creating niche markets like Venmo, which allows you to easily transfer cash when you don't have it in your pocket, or Klarna, which is upending credit cards with a no-interest way of spreading out payments. The future could look like, Airbnb homeowners insurance, Starbucks modeled digital wallets, or by new Uber-like services being added to your phone bill. By 2025, many of the world's leading telecom operators are planning to offer connected car services as an add-on to their 5G plans, helping to further reduce road congestion. The average tenure of enterprises on the S&P 500 is plummeting. Incumbency has never been worth less. It's this environment that's behind an unprecedented rate of change. Leaders say this pace is here to stay. They've turned to tech to keep the world up and running during COVID, and they're not stopping there. The further we evolve as a digital society, depositing checks from your phone with confidence, changing shipping destinations in real time, even tracking your pizza delivery via GPS, it all comes down to one basic truth. Mainframe is the underpinnings of the modern world. Leaders rely on mainframes. The processors are so fast. The architecture is so robust, so stable. These attributes are the ones that mainframes have long been valued for. And these attributes have become critical to ensuring a resilient digital infrastructure. It's no wonder that today many of those CEOs, the ones with the massive data assets and unique algorithms, are investing in the platform to unlock its power and win the race to delivering new value. But beyond the platform's technological accomplishments, it's mainframers like you that are bringing this platform to life. You're the ones who keep the world humming. Whether you're ensuring that hundreds of millions of accounts get reconciled flawlessly while keeping the data available for that midnight pizza delivery to the data center, or empowering hundreds of insurance line of business agents to access the mainframe directly to speed the process volumes of homeowners' claims without special mainframe skills. It's your passion and dedication that are making it possible to access the apps and data that live on the mainframe and are creating the integrations that are what is keeping your business ahead of the game. Remember the metric, 68% of the world's workloads run on mainframe? As of 2023, it's now 72%. In a recent study, we found that 72% of the rising volume of transaction workloads, like the ones I just mentioned, run on the mainframe, at only 8% of the cost of IT. And doubling your mainframe footprint will drop unit costs by 60%, as opposed to distributed, where doubling your footprint only drops per unit cost of computing by 10%, and cloud 20%. Nothing scales like mainframe investment. Oh, and one more reality that surfaced in our learnings. Moving mainframe workloads to the cloud could cost you anywhere from 2 to 5 times more in compute costs. And that's not counting the cost of the move or loss of service qualities. Mainframers like you are also behind why analysts agree that more than 90% of leaders see mainframe as a platform for new growth. And they also say expanding their mainframe footprint is a priority. It's no surprise that the expected increase in the number of organizations leveraging the mainframe in a hybrid cloud environment in 3 years is doubling. It's people like you who are driving business forward. We're all part of this. I'm part of this. You're part of this. Our entire community of mainframe developers, sysprogs, sysops, and even beyond mainframe, the IT architects, head of strategy, cloud architects, those that are collectively delivering greater business value and meaningful impact to the world around us. It's so much more than hardware and software. Your commitment goes above and beyond commercialization and monetization. It's people like you who've come together for the good of the platform and the community to make it easier to install and maintain with ZOSMF, to open the mainframe and make it accessible to non-mainframe skills, making Zoe such a success, for enabling containers and pervasive encryption on ZOS, and much, much more. Sure, it's a hybrid world. No one platform or team will drive the future. Succeeding in business today requires breaking down silos and employing the right balance of technologies. Technologies that meet all the needs of the modern world, that make up an infrastructure that's built for agility, security, and reliability. One that employs containers so you can pick the right platform for the job, that extracts more value from data, enables enterprises views of operations, holistic, zero trust security, and fosters an environment of shared workforces. That's mainframe and cloud. and it's fast becoming the dominant architecture for good reason. I mentioned a recent study. We invested in research with Dr. Howard Rubin. The goal was to shed light on IT investment trends of top performers. The study evaluated how technology influences your operational costs, efficiency, customer satisfaction, and ability to deliver. We found that top performers are not just investing more in mainframe, but they're utilizing mainframe more in their hybrid cloud. What's unique about this study is not only its findings, but also the framework. Dr. Rubin employed a framework we're all familiar with. He used asset classes like how you think about your financial portfolio. In this case, the classes are mainframe, distributed, and cloud. And the classes have similar characteristics to traditional economics: scalability, risk profile, and business impact. Your goal in managing your portfolio is to gain from the total by balancing what's sure with what's at stake. Tech works the same way. You wouldn't dump all your stocks and bonds and jump right into cryptocurrency or NFTs, certainly not today. IT leaders need to manage to ensure they're delivering against strategic goals and delivering business value. The numbers clearly show that the top performers are investing more heavily in not just cloud, but also mainframe. They're making decisions for their tech asset mix based on customer needs and the ability to deliver value. Now, we all know this. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but it's others that may not be as aware of the extraordinary value they can create by investing in the platform, by integrating it with your hybrid cloud. What do you hear from your management? What do you need from us to help influence them? If evidence like this can be of value to you, reach out to us. We've created studies and presentations that will be helpful in advocating for the platform. Use this QR code or URL to get this study and share it. We see value creation every day. These customers are embracing open. They're attracting and empowering their developers to work with the mainframe using common tools like VS Code, Jenkins, Splunk, ServiceNow. They're doubling down on their proven assets, the business applications, logic, and systems focused on forging their fastest path to new value. They're integrating their mainframe with their hybrid cloud to enable them to extend the value of their mainframe data, services, and mission-critical scalability and reliability to their hybrid environment. Look, some applications are better fit for the cloud, while others align better with the mainframe. The goal is to run each workload on the platform that best serves your business, so that operations teams across the hybrid infrastructure can better understand how they can leverage the mainframe for deploying and managing applications, or a front-end development team working on a mobile app with mainframe backend who needs to view services can access them just a REST API call away. And getting more value from your mainframe takes a partnership that's built for your success. Our customers are collaborating rather than taking this journey alone and choosing partners who invest in them. It takes a lot to succeed today. It takes the people who build the software, those that use it. It takes the industry organizations, the hardware experts, to have the tools you need to deliver value. The strength of our future society will come from our collective contribution. That's why leaders choose a partner that is centered around investing in their success. At Broadcom, our customers are innovating like never before. They're automating, enabling self-service. They're focusing on business continuity. We're providing them paths to modernization to get there, to achieve quick wins, or take on a big transformational challenge. In the area of DevOps, creating new value is all about the code and the applications that run on your platform. We're all in on making mainframe apps realize their full potential. And we're making it easier for you to invest in those apps to speed up implementation of new customer experiences. Take Hostbridge, for example. Last year, we acquired Hostbridge to help you identify inefficient application integrations and quickly remediate them by creating APIs without having to change your application source code. And in AI ops, we're opening up ops technology, making sure your teams can do their jobs more efficiently and faster, even for those without specialized skills. Some of our ops customers are reducing manual efforts by 40%, identifying root cause 5 times faster, and predicting problems before they occur to keep operations up and running smoothly. Hear more on this at Matthias Milani's session, Centralize Alerts, Improve Observability, and Minimize MTTR on Thursday. Now, the same with security. In today's world, you need to operate on the assumption that no one can be trusted. That takes a zero trust approach. Zero trust requires users to prove their identities in every step of an interaction. Our comprehensive approach to security answers your security challenges, safeguarding valuable corporate information and identities with layers. The relentless growth in data volumes can feel overwhelming, but it's the secret to creating opportunities to gain better insights and innovate. British mathematician Clive Humby said, "Data is the new oil, but while extracting data, you don't need to get your hands dirty." Well, we deliver data management solutions that open up your data to hybrid applications to house, manage, report on, and archive your mission-critical data. And we keep your team's hands clean working on high-value efforts. When you're modernizing your mainframe, managing the access, performance, and availability of data stored on disk, tape, and other sources is top priority. You can now expand your storage strategies for hybrid IT environments. CA1 Flexible Storage provides you that flexibility to manage the type of storage that best fits your data strategy. From high-end mainframe-specific storage, commodity storage, on-prem, off-prem, or cloud storage, whatever works best. It's efficient, cost-effective, secure, with protection against ransomware attacks. And the best part is this capability has been added to CA1 at no additional cost. The potential for your mainframe to deliver more value is realized when you have the technology and people resources behind you. That's why we created a series of programs that are designed to overcome some of those big challenges. We're helping customers with expert change planning, providing proactive planning support, ensuring your mainframe events come off without a hitch. Monitoring and managing environments with Mainframe Essentials, a new no-cost package of resources that you can download today. And through our Vitality Residency program, we've placed close to 150 new mainframe skills at some of the world's leading companies. We're committed to tackling your biggest challenges. I hope you were able to attend the earlier session on sustainability. Digital comes with an increased demand for power and resources, but you can keep the resource usage of your data centers in check and improve your sustainability posture with the right software strategy. This starts with a few key approaches. Employ storage and output software solutions to reduce resource consumption. Think CA1 Flexible Storage. Increase process efficiencies through automation, like our mainframe application tuner. And importantly, support the development of a sustainable workforce for the future through open technologies and programs like our no-cost online education offerings and the Vitality Residency program. Our customers experience partnership in many ways. We have a Canadian banking customer who, with the support of the industry and our open-first approach to mainframe, championed a modernization effort that accelerated implementation of new features to keep the bank ahead of the digital curve. With the help of their mainframe champion, let's call him Arun, they kicked off their investments automating and securely speeding up their mainframe development with a quick win. Bridge Forget made it easier for them to access source code from Endeavor. This allowed them to extend their investment in Endeavor and modernize in place using a hybrid mode. It introduced their team to many new possibilities for speeding their processes, providing them a better understanding of what they're bringing to production and where the vulnerabilities in their code might lie. At the same time, Arun inspired his peers, more than 200 mainframe developers, to jump right in and adopt modern development practices, while allowing traditional developers, those who might not want to change, to keep doing things the way they used to, the way they like them. Now silos have disappeared. His core team is sharing their knowledge, fostering collaboration with their distributed teams. They're passing knowledge forward to train the next generation of talent for tomorrow. This kind of bigger collaborative thinking is what empowers businesses into the future. Another customer, a global manufacturer of commercial vehicles, went bigger by connecting mainframe and cloud native apps. They also partnered with us to train new mainframers. We helped them get up and running on Zoe to leverage it with VS Code to edit COBOL and synchronize with their cloud native sales platform. These are everyday experiences for our customers. They're indicative of how we at Broadcom think about every engagement, about how we can work together and collaborate around your business goals to drive maximum value. Now, we've covered a lot, namely that mainframers are fundamental to the way companies are delivering new value to customers, to impact the world in positive ways, to make that stock trade from your phone with confidence, to speed the claims processing of those suffering catastrophic loss from floods or other natural disasters, to allow you to reroute that package you're sending to your nephew or your niece, to make sure you can rebook your return flight when your boss gives you a couple of extra days of vacation. This is just the beginning of our modern mainframe journey. We're here to help you invest in your platform, your data, your applications, to work with you side by side, empowering you to create new value. Bring us your biggest challenges, and let's go bigger together. Hey folks, thanks for joining us. I added some comments, which is kind of interesting to do your own play-by-play while you're listening to yourself talk in the chat. But I'm happy to take questions, whether you have them live or if you want to put them in the chat. And thanks, Mark. That was, I think it was great getting to see that picture of you at the beginning as well.
I need to change that picture. So yes, folks, if you've got any questions, please drop them in the chat window. And we can even, if you want to ask Greg a direct question, I can open up the, I can unmute you if you want. So please ask away. There's plenty of you out there. It's not like the GSE crowd to be a little quiet, Greg.
I don't know. What time is it over there?
It's
5
just
o'clock, right?
Yeah, just coming up. Yeah, just coming up to 5:30. Yeah.
I don't know. It could be just like when we're in person. They're all looking to be in the virtual pub.
I think you could be right. There's some looking around the homes, thinking, time for dinner, time for a cocktail or a beer. Well, it doesn't look like we've got any questions. So, Greg, I'd just like, oh, hang on, here we go. One from Colin. With so much focus on cloud and that being the answer to all questions, how would you approach such a mindset?
I would really start with the discussion about it really being about cloud and mainframe. I mean, the history of technology, computer technology, if you go back to the 50s, 60s, even as we got into the 70s and the 80s, every time a new technology platform came out, everybody thought it was the panacea and it was going to be the be all end all answer to everything. And those things, rose in importance because they solved a particular problem really well. Mainframe solves a particular problem really well. If you look at things that need high throughput, high transaction with update, that really is where it shines. So these technologies that haven't gone away is because they've had some lasting value. Cloud, I do believe, will have lasting value, but it's not the answer to everything. So then the conversation becomes about how do you tie things together? How do you integrate them? How do you leverage the best of all worlds? And it's important to be open. It's important to have APIs. It's important to be able to display the interaction. But for anybody that's a naysayer that tells you, everybody's moving to the cloud or mainframe isn't important, go back, make sure you scan that QR code, because there's data out there that absolutely displays those companies that are investing more heavily in the mainframe space than their competitors are doing better. And it's not that they're pure mainframe. it's integrating. It's cloud and mainframe using those assets together.
Thank you, Greg. We've got another interesting one from Atul for you. That's given we've had a couple of keynotes, a couple of sessions on sustainability.
Yeah, so we're doing a number of things for ourselves internally. So we've leveraged cloud ourselves for any of the distributed workload that we work on to develop our products or even to run our company. We saw that we were being less efficient where we had the divisions run independently, choosing their own tools. So we've been consolidating, and we do that for our own internal IT. We leverage mainframe heavily for ourselves, for our own development, doing the development on the platform that we're delivering for. And then I know your question is a little bit more about what we're doing for us, but we're also driving initiatives to benefit our customers. And I think a perfect example of that is CA1 flexible storage. It's not just about the idea that we delivered a capability that'll allow you to choose where you store your data, whether you need highly resilient, high-end mainframe specific storage, or whether you want to use cloud or commodity storage. It's the idea that you have the flexibility to choose, but then even relative to choice and efficiency, we delivered it through a product that is already out there. So if you already own CA1, you're already licensed, you've got access to this capability today. It's no additional cost. We could have chose to launch that as a new product or a new capability, but we are all about delivering greater and greater value to our customers every day.
Thank you, Greg. I'm just taking a look at the chat window, see if we've got any more here. Come on, don't be shy. If you've got a question, I'll give you time to work those fingers out and get the message typed in.
And I'll give you a plug, Mark, and the whole GSE community. I do think GSE is a fabulous community. I love the opportunity to interact and the training and awareness that's brought to the company across to the constituency across Europe. I like even better when we have the opportunity to be in person. So I'm looking forward for that next live event as well. It's amazing when you're together and you're not time crunched, when you're in between the sessions or you're at the dinner, the conversations that spawn out of that, the learning that comes from it, not just about the platform and the technology, but about careers and how people have addressed challenges and opportunities in their own institutions. So I encourage you all, if you like what you see in the virtual, take advantage of being there in person as well.
And that's a really good segue for me, Greg. And I'll use some of the material I would use tomorrow morning. But for those on the call, this is the biggest GSE event ever. 1,306 registrations from 46 different countries, and that's the reach when we do these virtual things. I'd love to be able to have 1,300 folks at GSE in Whittlebury, but we probably have to treble the size of the establishment. But they're great events, and we've got a great team that puts these together. But we can only do this with the support of our vendors. So Greg, thank you, and the rest of the Broadcom team, because I think I drive Cindy and Gay and Megan stupid with all of the requests and everything I do. But they've learned to put up with me over the years.
It's all for a good cause.
All for a good cause. Folks, we love mainframe. We all do, yeah. And this is the challenge, I think, Greg. We're preaching to the converted here most of the time. That's the thing. Yeah. So, folks, in the absence of any more questions, Greg and the Broadcom team, thank you very much. Excellent recording, excellent message. Really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you.
Feel free to reach out to any of us in person. My direct email is greg.lotko@broadcom.com. You can find information about everything at broadcom.com, whether it be skills or different capabilities or technologies. We're happy to help. We want to partner with you and help make you successful. Thanks a lot, Mark. And thanks
Greg,
a lot
thank you
to the GSE community.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. And thank you, everybody, for attending. And look forward to speaking to some of you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye.